Peace be with you and welcome to Spiritual Quartz. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back, my beautiful, amazing, high vibrational, so solid. Just holding a space of love and life for yourself is a beautiful superpower. Let us all celebrate that within one another as we celebrate that within ourselves. So let's get into this energy, y'all, okay? Let's get into this energy. I absolutely do salute the divinity in you, and I hope that you are doing the same with me. So listen, let's get into it. The tarot police really absolutely hate spiritual court. Spirit is saying that this is something that we should take serious, but I feel like we are not. Let's get into it, okay? Tarot police, these are the people that go from platform to platform and they feel as though they have some form of authority to call down judgment over you, but diabolically. It's not righteous judgment. You know, it's like somebody trying to call down judgment on you, but they're in the wrong type of energy. Everything in their life is going wrong and they refuse to fix it. My nose is itching already. Oh, my third eye is on fleek. Spirit says the tarot police, honey. Let's see, the tarot police. Oh, sticks and stones may break your bones, but the words that they speak hold no weight. The words that they're speaking can't hurt us. So this is making them more and more pissed off. Yeah, sticks and stones. These are the people in the comments. They're actively working in some form of a spiritual profession by way of adhering to being a certified chaos agent. What an exhausting existence, or the lack thereof. I can't say that chaos exists to the capacity that I feel they needed to, or at least for our lives, and this is driving them up the wall. It's getting very chaotic. Sticks and stones may break your bones. Clarify the tarot police. Somebody's faking that they're Muslim. Assalamu alaikum. Somebody is mad. Somebody is a devil. Somebody's hiding in Islam, praying, using the Quran, maybe using some type of death prayers, something like that. But they're not. They're a certified Luciferian. I cannot make this up. So listen, y'all, let's just get to it. Somebody is mad. Whoever it is, it could be somebody you know, somebody you don't know. The tarot police. These are the people that go from platform to platform, or if you don't have a platform by way of tarot, they absolutely are following you on some form of social media. They're angry, they're mad, they're belligerent. Their life is just chaotic, okay? So they want to share some of that chaos. Muslim energy. Somebody's a fake ass Muslim. What they really are is a Luciferian. Somebody's a certified devil, and they don't like the fact that they can't change your energy. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but the words that you spoke over this platform and my cards, it can't hurt me. They hate that. They hate that we know that. Spirit says we should be taking this very, very seriously. I feel like these people want us to take them seriously, but we're not. Yeah, I feel like we're not. We're just like, oh, it's them again. You know, and it's interesting because I feel like oftentimes they want me to address them in the comments, but I can't. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to say something that hasn't already been said. At least I get on like this redundant cycle of, you're going to pay, you're going to... Okay, ain't nobody got time for that. Sometimes I'm at the gym. Sometimes when I was watching the last chat, somebody was like, I hate you. You're rotten. You're this. And I was like, at the gym, y'all. Let me tell you, I was at the gym at the time listening to the reading. Because sometimes I have to be my own moderator. And so I was doing a leg press, y'all. Why am I pressing 348 pounds on my legs? I said, who do I think I am? What am I trying to do with this body? Where am I going? And listen, so I'm in the zone, right? I'm laughing with people at the gym. I left my little boot camp class. Needless to say, I chimed into the chat and somebody was like, I hate you. You're fake. You're phony. You're ugly. I don't like you. I'm blah, 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 blah. And I said, I don't have anything to say to that. Oh, sucks to be them, man. I really wish people would stop allowing me and other readers to have that much power over them. That's powerful. Somebody that's somewhere living their life got you all messed up, all jacked up. Top of the morning, you was mad. You was on the live at 9/11 on 9/11. Looking crazy with the 911 situation. Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands. This is our energy. This is tarot community's energy. High vibrational real priestesses. This is our energy, okay? So we know why they're mad, but I can't say that we give a damn. You know, how many damns do we have to give to realize that we really don't give a damn and that we have no more damns to give? I said, should I address this? Should I comment? So I just spreaded some love into the chat and I totally ignored it. A couple of them disappeared. Some of them came back. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like everything's been said that needs to be said. At this point, it is a 911 situation by way of being mentally in distress, allowing me and my cards and spiritual court to control your energy is absolutely going to lead you to hell. I promise you. I promise you. That is a promise. I've already seen it play out. It's solid. I can't make this up. 7 of Cups. Illusions, projections. Yeah, your heart is not clear. Your head is not clear. You just out here going to and fro trying to wing it in a very diabolical way. Yeah. 7 of Cups, y'all. Angels, what's going on here? It's a Tower in the reverse. So what somebody was meaning for Spiritual Court TV, my platform, other platforms, people that are in the Ace of Swords, speaking the truth really is unnerving. The truth really is destroying the devil. The truth really is cutting through to the lies, the illusions, a heavy projection energy with the 7 of Cups in the Tower in the reverse. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but the words you spoke can't hurt me. And the evil that you speak over me and the platform and the divine collective holds no weight. I feel like they already know that. These are Luciferians. Somebody could be using symbols, sigils, burning candles. Maybe they're doing something with their mind. I feel like somebody's mind is decaying. And I feel like they're projecting that out. And they're hoping that people pay attention to them. But we're not. What's the Muslim energy? Muslim energy? Hermit energy. Somebody's hiding the fact that they're a Satanist. Somebody hides and cloaks themselves in Islam. This is a loner with the hermit energy. They hide. They do this in private. Somebody's got 2 lives. Somebody is fake in the real world, but behind closed doors, they're doing demonic things. Using the Quran to pray demonic prayers. That's what I just heard. Now the Quran has been deactivated. Somebody is pissed off because the words are not resonating for the collective. Wow, the tarot police. What's up with the tarot police? These are the people that come into the comments, love Jesus, love this, you know, but they have no understanding of what the Christ consciousness really is. That's unfortunate. I feel like it could be somebody from the past. 2 of Cups, somebody that we turned down for a partnership, a friendship, a situationship. Yeah. It's crazy. The ship has sailed to calmer waters and somebody's not on that bitch. Somebody's not on your ship. Somebody sunk their own battleship. Yeah. You're sailing to calmer waters, collective. So this is really pissing somebody off. You left them out in the cold. So these are energies of abandonment. Ooh, that's crazy work. 5 of Pentacles. Somebody could financially be going through it. Somebody is really going through it. Their whole life is messed up. But let me just be clear. When you worship the devil and you're doing demonic stuff, your life is going to fall apart. I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to just tell you the truth. If you somewhere wishing, waiting, wanting for somebody that's divine, that's living their life to stop living their life in order for your life to feel valid or for you to validate your existence on this planet, you will be starved to points of insanity. And I feel like I'm only clarifying and confirming what it is that's happening with you. With my eyes wide shut, I'm seeing with my spirit, seeing with my heart. Yeah, something like that. This is the truth. It's a Tower in the reverse. 2 of Cups in the reverse. These people want to go to the party, but they can't come to the party. They're holding on. 4 of Pentacles wanted to come out. Somebody's holding on to the past, resentment, anger, sadness. You need to get rid of that shit. They're like, well, how do I get rid of it? It's not going to be going on live trying to act like you the tarot police. Somebody's initiated themselves as being a tarot card police person, going to and fro, hoping that we go away. Oh, you're evil, your cards. Leave these cards alone, man. The artist really put a lot of time into these cards. Look how nice they are. Why do you give so much power away to the cards, to Spiritual Court TV? Why? You shouldn't do that. We will always make an ass of you. You're already showing that you are a jackass. You can't hide behind Islam. You're a fake and phony Muslim. You're not Muslim. I think I'm going to call the Nation of Islam on you. Islam. Inshallah. Your ass will go away in this hermit energy from doing diabolical things in the cut, because we are not going anywhere. Yeah, look, they want to be relevant. 8 of Wands. These are the keyboard bullies. These are the people behind the scenes typing words on their phone, but in real life, they feel invisible. They feel like nobodies, but behind the scenes, when they're online, they feel like somebody. They feel like, why can I come to this party? The 3 of Cups. They want to celebrate with us, but we are not receiving satanic energies or invitations. Yeah, listen. Clarify. Where's my guayaki tea? Hold on, y'all. I got some guayaki tea around here somewhere. 2 of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody that's mad because we don't want to be friends with them. This is somebody that's mad because we don't want to connect with them. Their life is falling apart, and this is why they're online doing this. So this is why they're sending out hateful words, and they like the fact that we're doing this reading about them. So this makes them feel special, if not just for a moment. It makes them feel happy. That's good. I'm glad that I could provide some type of sanity in an insane and chaotic consciousness for just a moment. They'll be back on the other readings just to get another dose of all of this attention. But really, it's not even about them. It's really not. These are keyboard bullies. This is like provoking energy. Okay? Divine Collective doesn't give a damn. Clarify. Divine Collective doesn't give a damn. There's a Queen of Wands in the reverse. This could be a feminine or a masculine. This person is bitter. This person is, my right ear is ringing. Yeah, this person is falling from grace. Something that they're going through is about to, I just heard they're about to have a rude awakening. Damn. Something that they're doing is going bad. Tower in the reverse, 5 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Yeah, they do this on everybody's platform. 7 of Cups, illusions. Queen of Wands in a reverse, insecure, low vibrational. Somebody's a Luciferian. Somebody worships Lucifer. The devil, Satan. They call on the Lord of the Flies. They do spell work. They're a witch. They're dark. And they don't like the fact that whatever they're speaking towards us, towards me mostly, I feel like Spiritual Court TV really pisses this person off, or these people. Could be a group of people, quite literally. 8 of Wands. I feel like they want some type of a reaction. And so the reaction that they're getting is not one that they want. Like, we're seeing them as a case study. These are people with peculiar energies. And they really do remind us of why we just don't want to be this way. Why you want to let go of anger and resentment in your life. They give you a really good reason to walk away from the devil. Whatever you deem the devil to be, whatever the devil is, like looking at them, I'm like, damn, I'm so glad that's not my miserable life. I'm so glad that my life doesn't involve me staying online and hating on people and you don't make any money. They're in the 5 of Pentacles. Somebody's got nothing but time on their hands. My mother used to always say, an idle mind is a devil's workshop. You know, when you're idle or you don't have any creativity or no momentum, or you just don't have a life. Like this, for some of them, this is their life. So these are party crashers, you know. 3 of Cups, you know, we come in singing, dancing. I love you. We're ringing the bell. Singing, you can ring my bell, but go to hell. We're sending these people straight to hell. When your heart is free, it's easy to make a decision. When your head is clear, you know you got good judgment. When your heart is free, your head is clear, collective, you got good judgment. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. The moon's energy. Yeah, these are like hidden people, man. They in the dark, in the closet, worshiping the devil and trying to disrupt the divine. So anybody that represents the divine, Anybody that represents the Most High God, anybody that is exhibiting some type of divine faith in their life, overcoming obstacles, they see you as a target. They see you as somebody to take down. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. That's crazy. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Muslim. Clarify Muslim. Muslim energy. Somebody's fake and phony. Somebody's not a Muslim. They're not a Muslim. Knight of Swords in the reverse. This person is the devil, y'all. Quite literally. They talk to demons. When you're in a low vibration like that, the only thing that's communicating with you are demons. Dark ones. They encourage you to do bad things. They'll whisper in the hearts of your weakness. El waswas, as they say in Islam. Knight of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this person is weighed down, stressed out. Somebody could be in bad health. Yeah, somebody could be in bad health. Somebody could be in poverty. They're angry. They're sad. But you know what? Lacking accountability. I feel like the devil ran off on the plug. The devil ran off on the plug twice. So somebody's mad because the devil ran off on them and abandoned them. So they think that they can be the tarot police. Yeah, it's because of our Ten of Pentacles. This wanted to come up in the reverse. I feel like whoever I'm talking about, they've lost their gifts. So they're watching us to find out what's going to happen to them. It's like getting a free reading, but then spazzing out in the middle of the reading. So this is why they come to the comments. Ignore the names. You know, some of them go by these holy names in the comments so that they go undetected. But when you have intuition and discernment and you can see, we can see that shit coming from a mile away. I already know when they're going to come in the comments. I can almost predict what they're going to say, y'all. Like, it's almost to the point where it's just like, it's not even interesting or intriguing anymore. But the Most High told me to use them as a case study. Use these people as like a case study of what not to be. Use them as an example. See, this is why you don't go towards the devil. Children of the Most High God. This is why you turn away from the devil. Look at how the devil has these people in shambles. Look at their lives. Two of Cups in the reverse. They have no friends. Queen of Wands in the reverse. They lack confidence. They have no relationship with the Most High God. They're in a relationship with the devil. They're lying about their religion. Islam is even tormenting them. Somebody's trying to manipulate the religion of Islam and apply it to some form of spell work. But they're really a dark energy. The Tower's in the reverse. They've been exposed. They don't like the fact that we can see them. The Hermit energy is an attempt to cloak themselves behind fake accounts. What is this? Witchcraft, all that. It ain't working. And the collective don't give a damn, quite literally. We're moving forward. The Chariot. Yeah, the fact that we're riding past them in the Three of Cups, celebratory. This is like us riding through hell untouched. Just imagine a chariot of fire and desire, divine light, just riding through hell untouched. Blasting music. You know, singing Soul Tribe songs, just rolling through hell. They like, because they can't touch you. They can't reach you with these nasty words. This is really how they feel about themselves, y'all. Oh, okay. Well, you know, when your heart is clear, it's easy to make good decisions. When your head is free. The devil, Hashatan, representing Capricornianic energy, desires. Desiring a certain outcome out of life, being disappointed that the devil has run off on the plug twice. These are self-initiated, satanic, demonic people who have tried to assign themselves to be these weird-ass Agent Smith, chaotic agents in this energy of the devil with the hopes that they can somehow stop people from going towards the Most High. They don't like these cards because the cards tell the story and the story reveals the truth. By way of clarity, the devil has run off on the plug twice. When I got the download, I was in the kitchen making me, can I just have a commercial break? Do y'all know Dave's Good Bread? Just on a commercial break. Dave's Good Bread, the good seed bread, right? Get you some of that Dave's Good Bread with some plant-based butter. Fry that toast in a pan. Easy on the sea salt. Slice up some tomatoes really thin with some avocado really thin if you like it. And top it with a little bit of chopped spinach. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, that meal loves me and I love it. It keeps me in optimum health. It keeps me in a high vibration. I just wanted to extend that. I always like to give y'all the backstory just to be transparent and let you know, hey, I was standing in the kitchen. You know, I was whipping up some vittles, a little snack, a little post-workout snack, if you will. And the download came through. Spirit says, you know, they think they're the tarot police. I said, the tarot police? What does that mean? It's like calling judgment down on my cards in spiritual court. But at the same time, they hate spiritual court. Spirit says, you really should take this seriously. And I began to laugh hysterically, almost to the point of tears, y'all. Listen, true story. Then I reached for my yerba mate. If you haven't gotten you any of this yerba mate, it comes from the Paraguay rainforest, honey. I've been drinking this tea for over 20 years. It is one of my secrets. Thank me later. Listen, so I reached for my tea and I said, oh my God, that is so funny. Spirit is like, you really need to take this seriously, or this is what they want. So they want us to take them seriously. It's so hard to take these people seriously, y'all. Honestly, like, let me just take a sip of my tea. It's so hard to take them seriously. It really is. Quite literally. You know, I laugh at the enemy. The Most High says, I sit in a high space, in a high place, and I laugh at the wicked as they get cut down like the grass, one by one, blade by blade. The universe is mowing that ass, chopping them down to size. And this is absolutely what the repercussions of their actions look like. And so they go and they try to project it out. Now, for those of you that feel the need to defend the platform in the chat, save your energy. Listen, take a walk. Use that energy to go buy yourself some flowers. Don't address these people. For what? Don't give them anything. They're already dying, y'all. They're starved of your energy. They can't go to the divine. They're too committed to the devil. The devil lied. The devil then ran off on the plug twice because the devil's got smoke with the divine, and the Most High God is still on the throne. The great I am says, I am the Alpha and I am the Omega, and every promise that I said is true. So when I tell you not to touch my anointed and everything connected to them, be it their house, their home, their platform, their desk, their cards, whatever this is, how you going to and fro on all readings and whatever you're doing, that's a real contract. Those are real spiritual laws. And even though they don't want to understand it or understand it or understand it, they have to respect it. They have to bow down. That's why every time I come into the chat, they disappear. I'm like, damn, that was too easy. Because we have this energy of, you know, coming to torment them before their time. And you may not even open your mouth. You may not even say a word. But it's just your presence. I just come into the chat and I just throw some love. Child, they disappear. I'm like, where'd they go? They might pop back up before the end of the chat like F you beep, 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 beep. Child, literally, I promise you, I'm somewhere squatting, laughing, kicking my leg, happy about the people that are receiving the message, happy about the people that are in motion, happy about the people that are loving spiritual court. Like, I love that. Yeah, so we should take this seriously. Let's just see. That's what my spirit team told me. I said, oh, okay. Knight of Pentacles. I don't know what that's about. Clarify the Knight of Pentacles. We should take this seriously. So they could be making offerings to deities. They could be doing spell work, the same old stuff, whatever that is, okay? But they're in the Nine of Swords. Maybe we should take this seriously. So it's almost like them trying to give us the Nine of Swords energy to get it off of them. They don't know how to transmute. These are people that don't know how to heal. They've been too dependent on the devil, and the deal with the devil has gone sour. So Nine of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, they want to give us their Nine of Swords. They want to lay their burdens on us because they feel like we know what to do with it. We do. But it's only going to leave them depleted. Just like this reading, okay? These people are examples of what not to be. They absolutely are. They show up like clockwork. They're very easy to control. Five of Cups energy. Sad, depressed, no happiness, no joy, no love. This is like the energy that I see is like no God, no divinity. Yeah, they're not connected to source. Yeah, they have no connection to source. None whatsoever. Some of them could be hiding out in Islam, trying to like be like, I don't know, it's giving shapeshifter, but that too is now penetrating their aura. That too is now penetrating their falsehood. Like, it's almost like faking it till you making it, but now the words that you're reading in the Quran or the Bible are now something that you have to apply to your Luciferian self. This is somebody that's dangerous, y'all. They're a spiritual, like, shape-shifting ass maniac. It's a group of people, but we don't give a damn. We should be taking them seriously. This is what Spirit is saying. This is what they want. We don't take them serious. Five of Swords in the reverse. They've been defeated. So this battle is over. It's old. Yeah, we don't give a damn. It's like, take me seriously now. F you. I hate you. I blip, blip, blip. And we like, what the hell are you doing? If you don't get your bitch ass up out of here, and the devil's like, woo, woo, running. Like, get your ass up out of here. What are you doing? There is no way on God's good green earth that I could take a devil serious. Not at this high vibration. Do they know that we walked through hell? Now we rolling through that bitch untouched in the chariot. Like, seriously, rolling through hell untouched in the chariot. Talking about soul trial. Light. That's us rolling through. Okay, we gotta go somewhere. We gotta go. Yeah, look, I can't make it up. Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups energy, grounded, stable. So some of them could be jealous of the abundance, the favor, God's favor on our life. The Ten of Pentacles, royal lineage, tapping into our spiritual gifts. Remember, when people do stuff to try to take your spiritual gifts in their demonic contract, it means that they forfeit their power and they forfeit their gifts. So a lot of them are angry to see you using their gifts that they gave you by way of making a deal with the devil. They hate the fact that you're taking their gifts and you're making something beautiful with it. With the Queen of Cups energy, creating love from diabolical situations and chaos, and Queen of Pentacles, that is a master. That is somebody that needs to be held in high honor. And so we are. Yeah. It's like, you know, you got to remember, they do spell work, whoever they are, to take your power, to take your gifts, and then they forfeit their gifts. So when they come into the chat in the Nine of Swords, Five of Cups, it's like watching their energy be used for the greater good and to salute the divinity in people by way of humanitarian efforts. So they hate that, but they gave you their power. We didn't take it, they gave it. It's like they went after something that didn't call them. They were trying to chase something that wasn't for them, and so they lost it. You got the King of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles. Something about being abundant. Something about the ability to manifest. Earth energy. Because remember, a lot of these people are very earthy. They're very 3D. So they want money, beauty, fame. But they want it on the external. They want everything that resembles the divine. But they don't want to go within. So within, they really feel empty. They feel sad. No matter how much money they have or how much money they don't have, they feel sad because now the jig is up and something's been revealed about them. And they don't like the fact that everybody sees them as people who have turned away from the divine. It's not a good look. Not in this day and age, by way of the age of Aquarius and transparency and high frequency. It's just not a good look to be worshiping the devil. It's just not. It's just not where it's at. And as much as they want to prove that that is where it's at, it's not. Nine of Swords in the reverse. It's like people who are just gossiping, saying stuff. Their words are falling on deaf ears. Their magic is, you know, earthbound. And, Yes, so are their words. So now, after they leave the chat and they've said all this nasty stuff, they turn around and something bad happens to them, or they run into problems, or they check their bank account, they don't have nothing, or they go to bed angry. They're so mad, some of them, they can't sleep. Ain't no rest for the wicked type ass energy. I cannot make this up. Some of them made great sacrifices. The hangman, they sacrificed themselves to try to take something that didn't belong to them, and now they don't have their spiritual gifts. The Ten of Pentacles, they gave it to us. Congratulations. Somebody's power was transferred to you because you were doing the right thing. The Five of Wands, look, conflict, fighting. Some of these groups are fighting. They fight with everybody. These are the rude people in the world. You know, they're nasty when they go to Walmart. They're nasty when they're in traffic. These are the road ragers. These are the people that react to every little thing. These are the people that are really easy to control. It's really easy to push their buttons. You know, they're not that strong, y'all. Because whatever little bit of power they had, they gave it over by way of signing a deal with the devil. And so they're mad about it. But instead of, you know, trying to fix it, they just feel like maybe it's too bad to be fixed. Maybe they can't see their way. You know, when somebody has a reprobate mind, the Most High God said, I will give them a mind that can't find me. If you blaspheme me, I'll give you a mind that can't find me. That's a mind that's going crazy. That is the Nine of Swords: anxiety, depression, sleep, okay, loss of appetite. Five of Wands, you fighting everybody and nobody knows who you are, so they ignore you. And now you're just this crazy person online and in the world that people ignore. They don't want to give their energy to you, right? That's really what it is. Get you a little bit of patchouli, y'all. Shout out to the people that bought patchouli from my shop just on a commercial break. I love you. Thank you. I salute you. Get you some patchouli. Patchouli is so good, in my opinion. I love patchouli. It really does lighten the atmosphere. It keeps the space clean. It protects me from evil eye and nasty intentions. It really does. It's a really beautiful scent. The Ace of Wands. Look at this. I love this for us. Divine intervention is here, collective. Ace of Wands is about inspiration. Being inspired to move forward. Being inspired to not give a damn about shit that you don't even give a damn about no more. Being inspired to be well with your life. Coming in as a divine masculine energy. Whenever I think of Emperor, I think of leadership. I think of people who are leaders, teachers, okay? It's a new dawn. It's a new day. It's a new life for the collective. The Emperor and the Ace of Wands is inspiration, being inspired by the divine, the Chariot, moving forward, rolling through hell, carrying buckets of holy water and hell fire. Like sometimes you got to set hell on fire. You know what I'm saying? Woo! If I could. Is that my note? Nope. If I could. That's not my note. If I could, I'd give you the world wrapped in arms around you. Won't be satisfied. Listen, I'm just clowning, y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you for allowing me to be here. I really enjoy Spiritual Court TV. It is one of my favorite places to be. You know why? Because 99.9% of the people are happy. They enjoy Spiritual Court. And I feel like it's a life-changing experience. I hope intentionally that this is adding to high vibrational consciousness. That is my purpose for why I co-created this platform with the Most High God. Mi casa es su casa. Unless you have some nasty, raggedy energy, you're going to get fudged up around here, man. And I promise we will laugh your ass right up out of Spiritual Court. The Wheel of Fortune, trying to turn the wheel in their favor. The wheel wanted to come up in the reverse. So some of these people could have lost their destinies, lost their way, and they want us to lose our way. No, we're not picking up no strays in this chariot. There's no seats for these people. In the chariot is full. We got our soul tribe. Yeah, we got 10,000 chariots. We got Jesus Christ with us. Christ-like energy. Like, this is beautiful, radiant energy. And again, remember, they made deals with the devil that they are being held accountable to. So Spiritual Court really pisses them off. And they're saying you should really take us seriously. And we're like, we can't take y'all serious. We can't take you nowhere. You don't even have good spiritual hygiene and spiritual behavior. We can't take you nowhere, Hashatan. We can't take you nowhere, El Diablo. We can't take you nowhere, Satan. We can't take you nowhere, Beelzebub, Lucifer. What the hell you think this is? The Knight of Wands is in the reverse. You're too reckless. You're all over the place. And most importantly, you don't love the Most High God. It's not us. It's the Most High God. It's the God in me. It's the God in you, collective, that they don't like. The Hierophant. It's your close connection to the Most High God. It's the fact that you have a faith that is unwavering. It is the fact that you have a destiny that you will not compromise, not for any amount of money, sex, drugs, alcohol. Some of these people sold their souls, you know, for a dime bag, a nickel bag, maybe of the white powder, maybe of some grass, some reefer, some pot, some cannabis, some hash. Whatever it was a small deal, okay? It was a small, janky ass deal. Some of them sold their souls for food stamps, okay? It's unfortunate. Why would you sell your soul for anything when the Most High God says all you got to do is look at me, keep your mind on me, stay in alignment, go within, I'll give you everything that you want, and you can have all the whatever you want, the money, the food, the whatever. But these are people who had bad addictions to start with. That's why it was easy for the devil to sell them on a contract that has since flopped. Yeah. And that's just what it is. The Four of Wands, big Aries energy. Something about a community, something about an association. It's like good spiritual community, bad spiritual community. I just heard the underground demonic world. Damn. So these are people that go out into the world and they work with people and people don't know they devils. These are people that go into the workspace or the workplace or into the world and they're assalamu alaikum, but really they out here worshiping the devil. Yeah, these are dangerous people, y'all. They're being marked by the spiritual community. Yeah, they're really angry, y'all. This is what's coming in for us, collective, and they can't stop it. We all the way up. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just stand that high frequency, stand that high vibe. Doesn't mean that we have to take any shit, but honestly, y'all, can I just be honest? Like in real time, the Ace of Pentacles, divine intervention, that's a beautiful gift. And the Six of Pentacles, equal give and take. We have to get it. Like the universe has to give that to us. Can I be honest with y'all? I'm not interested in these petty ass arguments. They are just boring. They're predictable. Like before they comment, y'all, I can almost predict what they're going to say. Quite literally. I'm like, watch this. And they do it. And I'm like, that's crazy. And I think to myself, why would somebody want to give all their power away? But really, it's like an illusion of power and authority. It's like, I'm a big deal. You should be scared. And we're like, oh my God. You coming to try to talk to a bunch of fearless, sovereign beings? Yeah, you got a death wish. The Six of Wands, we can't take y'all serious. We just, I don't know what, okay. Six of Wands is about a victory. Oh, I cannot take these people seriously. I'm telling you, I already know. The High Priestess. I can tell you what they're going to say, when they're going to say it. I can tell, like, and you know what? It's boring. It's not exciting. It's not interesting. It's not even a good battle. Like, a battle worth fighting, in my opinion, is when you feel threatened by something and you counteract the energy. We are not threatened by this energy. It doesn't like do anything, quite literally. So it's like that too could be offensive to them. Like, oh, you don't want to fight me? I'm a big deal. I need you to, you know, take this seriously. Man, when I heard that download, I'm like, you should really take this very seriously. And I just started laughing. I'm like, I can't. Page of Pentacles. Good news about money. That's interesting. I love this for us. Two of Swords and a Two of Pentacles. So whoever these people are, they've made some type of offering to the devil, okay? The shit ain't looking too good, y'all. Okay, I don't know if they realize that what the devil said was a lie, or the contract that they signed in blood, or they sold their souls for, was a bad contract. I don't know what they've realized, or if they've realized anything at all. But with the Two of Swords, it's like it's about free will. With the Page of Pentacles, these people feel small in our existence, so this is why they stay low vibrational, so that we will meet them there. So I encourage you, don't comment. Don't comment. Just leave it. You know what I mean? Let that shit sit there, because we use that for educational purposes. They're a really good example. I like to show my children comments like that, so that I can show them, see, these are weak people. They're easily influenced. You can trigger them really, really easy. They curse, they're angry, they're mad for no reason. That has nothing to do with us. And I show my children that, to let them know this is something that you never want to seek to be. Don't ever go out into the world doing this, but know that these people exist and stay away from these people. And if you show them this early on, they'll realize, okay, yeah, I know what to do with that energy. My children are so mentally strong and stable, y'all. I thank God for it. I'm going to be honest. My children have seen me go through the dark night of the soul, and I promise you, Two of Pentacles, they have absolutely gained a lot of knowledge and wisdom. My 3-year-old was getting, when he was 3 years old, he was getting visions. He was getting visions. He was predicting the future. He was doing readings. He would tell me stuff that was going to happen, and it would happen. Yeah. He told me, when I told him about the people that was like on here hating and stuff, he says, Mom, your frequency is too high. You're too high vibrational. And I feel like I've been through so much. I can't go that low. I just ain't got it in me. I just don't give a fuck. I just don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. I really honestly don't. I'm only here because this is for educational purposes. This is the only reason I'm pulling this energy. Because my spirit team was like, well, just use it for shits and giggles. You know, educate somebody, make them laugh, and let them know this is not what they want. Yeah, but overall energy, judgment, righteous judgment. The Most High God is here, presiding over all of the chosen ones. So anything that they speak on to me, this platform, or any other tarot card reader that is really a real reader, a true high priestess, they need to know that the divine is saying, say that to my face. This is what Creator of all things is saying. Creator of all things is like, say that again. No, say it to me. They represent me. These are my anointed. These are my chosen. That you're mad because they answered the call. I called all of you raggedy bastards out of the wilderness, but you didn't hearken to my voice. No, you was too busy being bound to money. You were too busy robbing, killing, stealing, and destroying. You were too busy being spiritually incestuous with your nasty, raggedy ass bloodline that has been eliminated. They're dead men walking, y'all. They're dead people walking, quite literally. Don't talk to the dead. Not in this capacity. Because the spirit realm is already backing us. The spirit realm could be driving them crazy too. Driving them to energies of psychosis. I just heard, you got a friend in me. This is what the spirit realm just said. I cannot make it up. Strength in the reverse. They're fishing for power, fishing for strength. They're angry when you transmute it. They're angry when you take a walk. They're angry when you smile. They're angry when you laugh. They're angry when you lift your leg. You're just, something about you just walking. You look so damn happy and bouncy. What the hell's wrong with you? How dare you? How effing dare you? We're certified chaos agents, bitch. You better take us seriously. And we're like, okay. Moving right along. Let us sing our song. We got the Ace of Cups. We got the Divine by our side. So much love and light overflowing into our lives. The Creator of all things is so amazing. All is well. Listen, going within, tapping into these ancient, beautiful energies by way of tapping into new inspirations, new things that are inspiring you to continue going. Listen, I love this. This makes me happy that this is where the Divine Collective is. Look at this Ace of Cups. Look at the spiritual protection. Look at the alien beings around this Ace of Cups. That means that you're the only one that can hold this cup because you have an agreement with the divine. Look at all the eyes on that cup. Look at all the protection around that cup. So why is the devil mad? The devil ain't even really mad. The devil ran off on the plug twice. The devil don't want no smoke with us. The devil left these people for dead. The devil know better. The devil said, what? Sucks to be them, because he got them to forfeit, or she got them to forfeit their destinies, their gifts. The devil doesn't need these people anymore. They need the devil, but the devil doesn't want them, because the devil's already come to kill, steal, and destroy. Look at their lives. It's killed, it's stealed, it's stolen, it's killed, it's stealed. Did you steal it? They've already been killed and stolen from and destroyed. The devil says, my work is done. I ain't got to do nothing else here. Queen of Wands in the reverse. Like, really? Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Like, really? Where's your time going? Where's your life going? 4 + 5 of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the cold, abandoned. Pass me not, oh gentle Savior. We're in the Chariot and they crying out. Pass us not, oh gentle Savior. Can you hear our humble cries? We're like, you're not humble. You're not humble in the presence of the Most High God. We're not picking you up. You can't get in the bus. You can't get on the chariot. There's not enough room for you. And plus, you don't even have love for the divine. You don't even love humanity. You don't love life. You're very much ungrateful. You wasted your time and your breath and your energy, and you wrote something and you projected something towards somebody that don't give a hot diggity doggone damn about you. You don't love life. You're ungrateful. So life should be taken away from you. Okay? You got people that are in the divine collective sitting at the stoplight, sitting at the stop sign like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Oh, God, I love God. Thank you. I'm so glad to be alive. I'm so happy. I love you, divine. I love life. I love myself. I love my body. I love my life. I love my house. I'm going to get myself some flowers. You get the flowers. You're like, thank you for the money that I have to buy the flowers. So you out here just loving life. 24/7, 365 and 24/7. Obsessively, compulsively, intentionally putting out all high frequencies, and then a little raggedy ass cucaracha tries to crawl up on your leg and you stomp that bitch out to hell. Just like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, you little cucaracha? What are you doing? Yeah, you projecting on the people that are thinking positively, that want the best outcome for themselves and everybody. You projecting onto those people. And you wonder why the devil ran off on you. The devil sees you as weak. The devil don't need you no more. These are cursed lineages, Spirit is saying. Something about 13 cursed lineages. 13 bloodlines that are cursed. And what's really pissing them off, y'all, they can't marry a divine feminine or masculine. They can't have no more divine children. They can't do nothing. They can't penetrate our bloodline no more. That's really what they pissed off about. The 10 of Cups in the reverse. They need a drop of your blood. They need to get pregnant by a divine masculine. But now the divine masculine is not eating all your food. He's not running over to your house. You can't seduce him with sex. He knows semen retention is his power. He knows that celibacy is his power. He's a divine masculine. 10 of Cups in the reverse, which means that he won't be putting his divine seed in your rotten ass womb. Okay? And then you got karmic ass masculines of a cursed lineage, 10 of Cups, that can't attract a divine feminine. They can't plant their rotten ass seed in a fertile womb because we're too tapped in. So they've been tapped out. We have alchemized them out of our DNA. We have alchemized them out of the lineages. These are cursed lineages, 10 of Cups in the reverse. Look, their bloodlines are tainted. Their DNA is being rejected by the universe and the atmosphere. They got diseases, sickness, all kinds of insidious stuff that has grown within them because of the hatred that they have for life and the divine. They see happy people and it makes them angry. They see the sun shining. They hate that. They see a bird. They see happy children. They hate, they hate, they hate, they hate. So now they've literally manifested a hateful existence by way of literally taking themselves out. They've literally eliminated their own lineages. That's really what they're mad about? Whoa. Whoa. Let's get to the meat and the potatoes of it all then. Yeah, justice. The divine is saying this is just. This is fair. This is right. This is the scales being balanced. Some of them are mad because they can't hide in these religions anymore. So somebody could be getting exposed in Islam who's practicing Islamic practices. They could be getting exposed for being a devil. That has them mad. They've been kicked out of the group because the 5 of Pentacles is there. So they ran to the devil and the devil made a deal for them. The devil found somebody in a hopeless space, in a sunken space, and they made a deal with the devil in a low vibration. Never make a decision in a low vibration. It could cost you your life. This is a good example of that for educational purposes. Somebody's taking note. If you are new to your journey, trust me, don't follow none of these people. Don't get into none of this. Whatever the hell this is, don't let nobody seduce you with no demonic forces. If they've given you something, get rid of it. You know, people love to curse objects and things like that. Don't hold on to it. Get rid of it. It likes to take root in your house and take root in your life. This is how the devil is. I don't know why I see a cursed object. If somebody gave you something, somebody from your past, remember where dark energy started. If you notice, like, damn, ever since I bought that, things have been weird around me. You know, that's your intuition. Your physical body will tell you, you know, damn, my stomach always gets a little queasy when I'm around this person, or when I'm in this car, or when I'm in this house, or whatever this is, whatever it is that somebody could have given to you, get rid of it, burn it, throw it away, get it out of your space. The biggest issue with getting rid of things that are of value is that people are like, I'm not getting rid of my ring. I'm not getting rid of this bracelet. That's the devil. That's the trick of the enemy. Yeah. You got insidious people that sit up all day. All they do is dark, evil, magic, and that they just stay in a negative energy. They're never positive. They don't care. They just want everybody to suffer, and that's their energy. So when you try to outsmart yourself and go up against energy like that, please find you some good battles to fight. This is a senseless battle. Let that shit fall away and leave these raggedy bastards to fight themselves. Ooh, they're going to be mad about that one. I feel like I'm really going to piss them off. I feel like I've really pissed them off. They're going to put me on the altar. Nine of Pentacles, single and self-sufficient. Something about toil and labor, work, independent. The narrow path. Going towards the Ace of Cups. Yeah, leave that shit alone, y'all. I remember one time a witch gave me these beautiful, oh my God, y'all, they were absolutely radiant. These beautiful mirrors, you know, like a mirror you put on your wall. Oh my God. She watched me for about 8 years. What she was looking for, I don't know. She became obsessed with me. And I had a dream, and I woke up and Spirit was like, the mirrors. I'm like, oh, the mirrors. So, you know, there's superstition. Don't break a mirror. It's going to bring you 7 years bad luck. I'm like, I don't really resonate with that shit. That's not some shit. Yeah. It's very superstitious. The writing's on the wall. You believe in things that you don't understand, and you'll suffer. Superstition ain't the way. Superstition is not the way. So I got rid of the mirrors, you know. I ended up burning them at the advice of my very good Nigerian Babalao friend. Shout out to him wherever he is. He's amazing. He runs a really nice practice in Nigeria where they literally cast out demons, y'all. And deliverance is ugly. Deliverance is real ugly. Like the stories that he tells me, I'm like, damn. He was like, my friend, you need to get rid of it. I'm like, okay, I'm going to get rid of it. So I got rid of it. I got rid of the mirrors. The moment I did, she called me. I ended up blocking her. She ended up going crazy, trying to hunt me down. She had become so obsessed with my life, everything that I was doing. The mirrors were really like a portal or gateway for her to see into my life. So when I tell you about cursed objects, you know, absolutely get rid of that. That's how you cut ties. Fire is a really good element to use. Get your barbecue pit. I don't care if it's a picture, if it's an old break, get rid of it. If a bracelet breaks or a necklace breaks, don't repair it. It's a reason for that. I learned that too from a really good Cuban Babalao from Cuba. I've had some really good teachers, y'all. I'm very fortunate. I've had some really good teachers, very powerful people, y'all. These are like top Babalaos, you know, like one of them was like the only Cuban, like the oldest Cuban Babalao in California. I'm like, damn, okay. And I'm sitting here with you. That's what's up. I must have a really important path. Nevertheless, sticks and stones. I don't even think the sticks and stones can break our bones, y'all. We done strengthen our bones. We gird ourselves in the truth. Rooted in the truth. Yeah, get up out of Islam. We call judgment over you. You don't need to be in Islam. Something about the Holy Day of Atonement. Yeah, the Three of Swords. This person is heartbroken. They're searching, they're seeking, they're on their journey, but they're stuck. And they made a deal with the devil. So now they're really stuck. You know, the devil plays a lot of tricks. The devil plays a lot of tricks. And what I mean by that with the Three of Swords, it's the brokenness that the devil wants. The devil likes to find people in their lowest moments. I remember a lady that I knew. She had gone through like a really bad divorce. She had lost everything. She lost her battle with the devil. She lost her deal with the devil, basically. She was really educated. She had a beautiful house. She had manifested a very beautiful life for herself. And she found out that her husband was sleeping with her cousin who was 19 years old. She was well into her 40s. Do you know at 40 years old, she started smoking crack and then meth? And I looked at her and I said, you mean to tell me you waited 40 years to become a fool? It wasn't that. The devil made her feel hopeless. She couldn't see a way out. So the devil showed up and was like, perfect. Here, try this. This will make you happy. Then she gravitated towards negative people who would introduce her to other things. And I remember speaking to her maybe a few weeks before she passed away and overdosed. She had mixed too many drugs. She wasn't a professional drug user. She didn't know what she was doing, but she mixed something up. And I feel like the people around her were hating on her. But yeah, 40 years old, she started smoking crack and meth. And I remember sitting there with her in her last days and how there was a tug of war with the devil. And it was in the middle of the summer, like August in California. Do you know that a storm came out of nowhere? It was thunder. It was lightning. It started raining. The sky went gray. It was like the Most High was telling me, there's a life at stake. There's a soul at stake. Speak into her soul. Speak into her soul. I didn't know how I was being used because I was going through my own thing. I was at a relative's house and she was there helping out with the church, like cleaning up for the church. It's somebody that was like an insurance agent. I mean, this person had a very successful life, but that one heartbreak, that one heartache, she couldn't get past it, you know? And she met somebody in her low vibration that wanted to take her down. And they said, here, hit this. This will make you feel better. And she lost everything. She lost her children. She lost her home. She ended up like just having her car, sleeping in her car once it was all said and done. And I remember the battle between good and evil. I could feel it. I could feel it. For her soul. That thunder was shaking the house like boom. The Most High was like, do your work. And I'm like, damn. I kept telling her, I said, listen, you gotta get better. I kept telling her, you gotta make a decision here. I was doing a reading for her, but I didn't even have any cards at the time. I was going straight off of spirit and they were pushing me. I said, your ancestors are telling me that you got to recover from this. You got to get yourself some help. You got to get, she was like, you are so right. You're so, and then she just started telling me her story and spirit told me just to listen. So I just listened. She kept telling this story and I could tell that she had told a lot of people. She kept reliving her pain. I could tell that she had told a lot of people about her sad story. And I asked her, I said, how long ago was this? She said 4 years ago. But she was reliving it like it was still happening. And so she gave life to death, dead situations, dead circumstances where she was supposed to recover from something and overcome it. And it was devastating. It broke her heart. He ended up getting the cousin pregnant too. So there was a child that was produced. It was just so much. It was a lot going on. But the Ace of Cups, she didn't win that battle. She overdosed. 3 weeks later, I called and I asked the pastor of the church that I was doing some work for. I was like doing their taxes and organizing the files. And I asked him, I said, where is what's her name? And he said, yeah, they found her outside in her car. He was an older guy, older pastor. And he said, yeah, she overdosed. He was helping a lot of people in the neighborhood, drug addicts. You know, they always knew to come there. They could get food. They could get, you know. And right before he passed away, he told me, he said, I did my part. I did my part. He said, you want that table? You want that couch? He was giving all his things away, all his stuff. So interesting. And he educated me. I was very fortunate to sit with him in his last days. And he educated me on demons and ranks of demons. These are things that I was completely ignorant to. But somehow my naive energy was protecting me. Even when I had demonic people attacking me, I was so naive to the devil. I never gave him no power until I recognized him, was when I felt like I really kind of like, realized what he was doing. But other than that, I was just like, oh, he can't touch me. What is this? But then I realized, okay, this is real. There are people that are absolutely going through these demonic attacks. And so how do we get our power back? Cursed lineages and things like that, or co-creating children with lineages that are low vibrational. You got to alchemize that energy up out of your bloodline. And sometimes you got a disrespectful child, or, whatever the case, right? And so he gave me some gems in his last day. He told me, he said, you're going to be great. He says, just make sure you know what you're talking about. He was basically telling me to study to show myself approved to the divine, basically, which was a matter of going within. I had mastered abstaining, from sex years before. That's never been an issue for me, even in my youth, 19, 20, going 5-6 years with no sex. That's never been an issue for me. Never. So I knew that was a part of the awakening, that I needed to go within. And I kept hearing people tell me, you're going to be great. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. I'm like, what do they see? It was so beautiful the way the Most High kept me blinded in some of these experiences, because I promise you, I would have headed for the hills. Had the Most High showed me the future, I would have been like, hell no, I'm not doing that. What? Who? Me? When? Oh, what? To do what? Oh no, I would not have done it. I would have definitely bowed out. So there was a time, and I feel like I'm speaking for a lot of high priests, where maybe you were veiled to your own power, your own beauty, right? It's like the Most High led you in the dark, blinded, it really does invoke an ego death. You lay down what you think you know about yourself. You lay down your accomplishments, your accolades, your degrees, your titles. You lay that down. You surrender it in order to follow the Most High God. You have to unlearn generational curses and bad habits and things like that, and offer forgiveness in places where sometimes people don't deserve it, but it's necessary for you to get to this Wheel of Fortune and this Ace of Cups. And then you realize that forgiveness is a superpower. Oh, dang, it takes a lot of power to forgive. It takes a lot of power to restrain. It takes a lot of power not body slamming these bitches and knocking them upside the head and dragging their ass to and fro. That's power. That's a power move. But why would somebody even engage in these low vibrational frequencies? When people are taking themselves out, you don't need to do anything at this point. All you have to do is continue to answer the call. So what is this about? They don't want you to answer the call. They want you to miss opportunities. But it appears as though you're not missing any opportunities, collective. Not at all. You're not missing any opportunities. I can't make this up. You're the Empress. Divine feminine energy. Divine masculine energy. You're not missing any calls. King of Wands energy. Leadership. Stable. Balanced. King of Wands is fire. King of Cups. Look at the Divine Masculine coming out. What's up, Divine Masculine? How you doing? How you doing, love? How you doing, Divine Masculine? We love you, Divine Masculine. Thank you for being so stable, so grounded, so connected to the divine. Thank you for loving us back to life as we love you back to life as well. It's a beautiful, loving symphony of equal give and take. Thank you, Divine Feminines, for being so radiant, for loving your sisters, for loving Divine Feminines, for celebrating one another, celebrating yourself. King of Cups energy, baby, we are doing this. King of Cups energy is like walking on water. Fire energy is like walking through fire, being refined, coming out looking good, shining bright like diamonds. I love this for us. Yeah, what's good, Divine Collective? I really had a nice moment there. I just saw so many good things coming in for us. I feel like that's what this is about. There's so many good things coming in. So Spirit is saying, focus on what you need to. Ignore the rest. Look at this. Look at this radiant energy. Leo energy. Your heart chakra. The sun's energy is so radiant. The heart chakra, the heart is so happy. The heart is so well. The heart is in alignment with Most High God. The heart is not angry. The heart is not ungrateful. This is like all this weird energy is ungrateful. How ungrateful are people that have fingers and they have a voice and they can breathe and they can walk? How ungrateful are they that they spend their time online sending nasty messages to people? How ungrateful. What a bad way to use your body. What a horrible way to use your breath. It's like not having gratitude. For every breath that we draw, there's gratitude in that. There's solitude. For every breath that you draw, the Most High is granting you more time in the earth. What a beautiful time to be alive. You've been through a lot, collective, and you don't look like none of what you've been through. I just absolutely love it when I'm amongst people who look amazing, who I know they have a story that maybe they will share, maybe they will not. Maybe you look like something that don't nobody even know how you made it. But baby, I promise you, releasing all that good love and light, it really like releases endorphins of happiness and peace within you. And so you just yield more peace, love, and happiness, and life is good, and you're just grateful. You're grateful to be alive. If you're like me, child, I promise you, all day I'm touching like my desk. I'm like, thank you for my desk. Thank you for my cards. Thank you for my flowers. Thank you for my hands. Thank you I can move my toes. Thank you that I have a voice to speak. Thank you that, I'm happy, I'm healthy. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. It's a thank you. It's a gratitude. It goes out to the universe, and the universe starts to mirror that back to you. And then you're like, oh my God, something great happened to me today. Oh my God, the money that I wanted came through. Oh my God, I got approved for this house. Oh my goodness, I got approved for that car. Oh my God, my credit is finally getting cleared up. Like, you're just making these strides. This is what it looks like in a chariot. That's motion. That's real motion. Okay. And then you're meeting other happy people. I meet some of the most beautiful people in the real world. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. I really do. I met this beautiful young lady. She balanced out my tires. My tire sensors came on and said that one of my tires was low on my car. So I pulled up. And I was like, can you check my pressure, on my tires? I was like, how much is it? She's like, I can do it for free. Don't worry about it. I'll check all of them. I'm like, okay. She had the most beautiful tattoos, y'all. She had the evil eye tattoo. She had a dragonfly. She had a butterfly. She had all these beautiful, like, she had the number 8, a star. And so right when she was finished, I said, your tattoos are amazing. She was like, yeah. She says, they all have a deep meaning. I said, I love them. They're amazing. She says, people don't know when they get things tattooed on their bodies, they're absolutely projecting that out into the world. They're telling the universe how they feel. I said, whoa. Come through, Holy Spirit. She was a whole earth angel. She was amazing. I love her. Her name is Daphne. I told her, let's be friends. Here, follow me on social media. So shout out to Daphne, man. What a beautiful earth angel. I love that. I love that. Shout out to the young lady at Starbucks, too, that draws the little hearts on my cup every morning. Like, she's like, every time she sees me, she's like, hey, EJ. Love this life, y'all. Open yourself up to beautiful connections. Say that to yourself obsessively, compulsively, deliberately. This is how you keep the demons away. This is really why they're mad. I want this for everybody. I wish that everybody could get in the chariot with us and go. But unfortunately, that is just my humanitarian side. Unfortunately, there are people that absolutely cannot go. I just heard the universe say no. 9 of Swords. Stress, mental illness, a mind that is like, can't find the Most High God, can't find any peace, can't find any solitude. That is so unfortunate. 5 of Cups, because they gambled with their lives. 10 of Cups in the reverse. They did their bloodlines a disservice, and they kept their bloodlines bound. And now some of them have literally wiped their bloodlines out by gambling with their destinies. Okay, now they're trying to come in with the Knight of Pentacles energy, but they're really in the Knight of Swords in the reverse. These are nice and nasty people. These are people that could be commenting nice comments and then they turn around on another secret account and they do something else. They like to play games like that because that's the games that the devil is playing with them. It's the trickster's energy, the hangman in the reverse, with an inability to see that the divine is real. 10 of Wands, they're really stressed out, y'all. The devil. The devil ran off on the plug, the moon. Moon magic backfiring, the Four of Pentacles. They cannot harvest anymore off of any more moon cycles. They're devastated. Some of their dark lineages have been harvesting off of moon cycles for centuries. And finally, they've been debunked. They've been deranked. They've been casted out. They've been casted out. They're going into these dark ass realms that they don't know how to make themselves like available to the light. They don't know how to get up out of. They can't come back into the light. Again, remember, these are cursed bloodlines. These are families that, you know, maybe they attacked a chosen one. Some of these lineages had chosen ones come by way of them getting an opportunity to change their bloodline, and they attacked the chosen one in their family. So they literally turned down the offer with the Most High God. The Most High God has so much mercy for humanity that the Most High God will allow a chosen one to be born into a karmic family to break the karmic debt, to break all the generational curses. And you got people in the family that will try to work up against you to keep the curses on. They're like, no, we love the devil. We don't want to, like, can we just be diabolical? Like, bitch, what are you doing? Are you crazy? And so this is where sometimes you got to walk away. But the Four of Pentacles in the reverse is like, they can't harvest off of no more moon cycles. I don't know which moon cycle is coming up, baby, but the moon cycle cannot scramble our energies. The Eight of Wands, yeah, they're trying to communicate something, but it's an illusion, projections, hoping that what they type manifests, hoping that what they write manifests. The Tower's in the reverse. It just keeps backfiring on them. They don't like it. Two of Cups in the reverse. They can't find any divine people to entertain them, to be with them, to marry them, to be in relationships, to be friends with them. They're friendless. Like, they have no divine people. So if the Two of Cups is in a reverse, they're only meeting dark people like themselves, because this is the way the universe is mirroring back to them who they are. They should be amongst their own. So now they're running into mean people like them, evil people like them. Some of them are running into people that are darker than them. Well, I don't know. This is the message. I love y'all. Ace of Pentacles fell down here. So something about good news. Keep your eyes on the prize. Stay focused. The divine is sending in good news. Don't get distracted. Don't answer these people, y'all. I know sometimes y'all come to spiritual court and y'all like, why are you saying that? Listen, they want you to miss the message, okay? So please be kind and rewind if you missed anything here. Maybe the second time you'll get something better out of the message. I know I always do. Sometimes I come to the chat, not because I need to see the reading again, but I come to the chat to feel the energy, because I always get a spiritual nudge letting me know, oh, when somebody's out here being an asshole, okay? And so I just come to spread some love, and then they run, and then they come back, and then they're all over the place, and then they spent their whole day, and they've really missed their own opportunities, trying to make us miss our opportunities. I was just, like I said, at the gym, and I look at all the people that get up really, really early to come to the gym. They're so committed, you know? And I remember saying, I need to get in with this group. I need to switch lanes, man. I want to be a part of this group, you know? It used to be the early bird catches the worm, but really the worm is now catching the bird. I love you, Divine Collective. Listen, stay blessed, stay beautiful, just stay in this beloved energy, high frequency energy. I love you so much. I will absolutely see you in the next video. Until then, as always, peace be with you.